stream has officially started.
And you can see everything that
Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? So I've got Zach on the other line, and you can't hear him yet, but he's just blasting some YouTube video in my ear. Zach screams, "It's an ad." I'm just gonna let him in. Zach, they can officially hear you.
I was okay. Am I visible?
We can't hear
I
you. You can hear me, liars. Those headphones are huge. Yeah, the AirPods Max. Let me thank some people first of all. Alexia, thank you. Lol, Trina, miserables. Your mic is low. Oh. Is that better? Keep Zach muted. No.
I'm here.
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Is this how every stream starts? Is you like just slightly adjusting the audio?
Wait, usually the audio stays how it is, but I was turning it on and off so they couldn't hear you. So I just have to fix it a little bit.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, all of my friends, people I recognize. Everyone, I recognize Katie. She's always there.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, please mention your. I think I saw Mary Stan. No, it's just a different person. Say your profile picture. That's how I'll know you.
You're gonna have like a million America inquiries.
Okay. Yeah, but you can be specific because I see. Okay, you Brando, rooting for Asians.
Yeah, we were gonna
Uh,
do the people as
yeah,
Pokemon, but Brando stole it.
why did you put the title of the stream as 46
I fixed
or
the
as
tweet.
43?
Did I
Yeah,
do
but
that
the
too?
stream is still 43.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Well, quick. Audible. Zach, do you have another presentation ready?
Uh, we can riff off of that. I think that Owen is definitely well. Gabler, first of all, is King K. Rool. I
Let's
mean,
get
that's
to
just a
that.
slam dunk right off the bat.
So Zach, a lot of my people have never watched Survivor, so can you give a brief history of the game, including all the context they need to know about 46 to understand the story?
Sure. So Survivor is 18 people coming together
Yes.
from all different Ivy League schools
Hmm.
and competing to get the most followers.
Yeah, for sure.
The game never ends. Well, you know what? I've got a good little explanation for it, comparing it to Smash Bros. As a whole. I think that'll
Sorry.
really.
Let me jump in. Tom, as a mod, you cannot pin your own comment. The show Zach was first person voted off on. If it's your own comment and you pin it, that is literally the Obama giving himself a
Yeah.
medal.
Mods, can we ban Tom?
Yeah, he's about to get unmod. I'm gonna unmod you, time you out, and then remod you. Okay.
Yeah, mods. This is how this is what I see Hassan do.
Thanks, Melinda Tiefer. Appreciate it. The Walking Dakota. It's cool. What's up, Zach? Have you watched the new Walking Dead spinoff, the Rick Michonne?
The the one with Rick and Michonne.
I
I don't
was
understand how that's a spin-off. Is that not the same exact show?
I was shocked that Terry O'Quinn is in like the second episode.
Yeah.
You know Terry
Oh,
O'Quinn?
Terry from Lost.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know
Hugh
that.
is clearly
I did not.
Ganondorf. We'll have to see.
Okay, so let's. I mean, you know best, Corey. You're the star here. Should
Is Zach a
we?
Hassan stan? No, he's a hate watcher. Zach's a centrist.
I like Hassan sometimes. I loved
Oh.
Leftovers. I watched Leftovers. That was a great podcast.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I
Anyways,
don't know.
Zach, what are we doing today?
Okay. So basically, what we're gonna be doing today is a little bit of an exercise, a little bit of a comparison. I feel like the two things, other than Survivor, right,
Hmm.
or Big Brother, I feel like Smash Bros is the thing that we most have in common of anything. Would you agree?
Yeah, assuming like hometown and stuff's not on the table.
Yeah, yeah. Assuming like the same parents doesn't count.
Right.
Um, I
Cool,
feel like
Brennan.
it's the yeah, it's the thing that, and maybe like Walking Dead too. That was another thing we were both super into, Game of Thrones. But Smash Bros was like number one. We
Yeah.
both loved it. We play. I think we probably played that together more than anything growing up, other than like Mario Party maybe.
Hmm.
Um, and we talked about this a while ago that we wanted to do like comparing the cast to different things.
Yeah.
And basically, I thought Smash Bros would just be a great one because one, so many people love Smash Bros. Two, it obviously is something that we have in common, and three, I feel like there's actually like a lot of good comparisons we could do for this. So basically, the way we're gonna do this is I put together a little presentation of who I think each Survivor contestant, who their Smash Bros main is, along with some reasons why I think that they're very accurate. I would say. And Corey has not seen this presentation. Nobody has. And
But as brothers, we do operate on the same wavelength.
yeah, so we'll kind of see Corey and the chat can kind of try and guess with each person who they think it's going to be. And then once I reveal it, you can kind of see if you agree with the reasons or not.
Anyways, yeah, good intro. Thank you, JPR, for the sub. Basically, Zach, what you have to understand is a lot of my followers. This is not the normal Twitch audience.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Big Brother fan base. So if you
Yeah.
pull out like, wow, Soda is like Corin, it's not gonna
Mm-hmm.
mean very much to them. So I'm hoping you picked relatively mainstream characters.
I chose some mainstream. First of all, like, you know, there are some Survivor contestants on this season that are not really mainstream characters.
Thank you, Night
So,
Cheese. Yeah, I mean, look, I have some strong convictions of who I think certain people should be. I want to use this kind of as an opportunity for me to voice my thoughts on everyone's Survivor game thus far. Full transparency, I watched episode 3 and 4 within the past 4 hours. So I'm very fresh. on it,
Mm,
and I'm gonna have some strong opinions. So you wanna get us going?
okay. So basically, and then the other thing is I'll give the explanations for each person. So even if you don't know the character themselves, I think you'll be able to understand why I chose them.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
So I'll just get started. Also, I want to say if there are any Survivor 46 cast members watching, real quick, please don't attack us. Don't do one of your like coordinated strikes against me and Corey.
And if you guys
Um,
are watching, y'all are bitches for that. Anyways.
no, 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 no. This is like you with Russell and Suri. I don't agree. I don't think the Survivor 46 cast are bitches. I hate Andy Herron. I think Andy Herron, that was
I
so
don't think
nasty.
they're bitches. I think they were acting like bitches. But that's okay. We all act
No,
like bitches sometimes.
no, no,
Especially you
no, no,
guys
no,
then.
no.
All right, let's get into
Or
the.
you don't understand. These people are scary, okay?
Are
They
they?
come for you. Yes.
Yeah.
In the Survivor community, yes. In the Big Brother community, no. But you
Yeah, if
guys have
if
some
there are
like
any 40 Survivor 45 people in the chat, fuck you. That's my opinion. That
yeah, Survivor 45. They're not hurting a fly. All
be
right.
very fair.
Let me get started with first of all, just a brief comparison of Survivor and Smash Bros as a whole. Uh,
Hmm.
I think that there is a lot in common. They're both games that are played by people with a lot of diversity. I think that it's a strong point of Survivor nowadays. It's always been a strong point of Smash Bros. Um, the fans have very strong opinions on who should be on them. The
That's a
losers
good
always have
one.
excuses. That's
Uh-huh.
a that's one that I feel you can definitely relate to the most.
Hmm.
Uh, the people who make it don't really understand why people like it. It's a struggle that both Smash Bros. Fans and
Yes.
Survivor fans have.
That's a good point.
And lastly, round logos with fire. So basically, they're the same game, and I'm excited to get into the specifics. We're gonna
The
start with
well,
yep.
let me just say one more similarity that I've noticed. The
Mm-hmm.
creators of both show are actively tearing down what viewers love about the show and the game. So, um, a lot of
What
similarity
are they
there.
tearing down in Smash Bros?
They're getting rid of the movement, the combos, the creativity, creative expression. Anyways, let's go to the Sega tribe. Which, by the way, I'm not certain the Sega tribe is on the show. I think this is my.
No, they're
I
getting
can't.
content. It's just it's very specific content.
There's no chance they're losing a tribal challenge, right?
I don't think so. I think that there's one more
The
before the merge. I think that like it's pretty clear that they're all making it there.
the one thing that they read, the one thing that they did was like I remember Jem was reading her thing and like if your tribe doesn't lose a challenge, there's going to be more information, and I'm like, oh, alarm bells.
Yes, that's a good point, edit wise. But people also can like way read into that. I remember they were like, "Oh, Tori's safe because she read the potato line when she never even found an idol on my season." But yep, they're the Kumbaya tribe. We're gonna start off with the one that I already kind of spoiled, which is Mo. Mo is actually the inspiration for this because watching last episode was the one where I was like, "Oh my God, Mo is Little Mac." Initial
Again,
thoughts. Do you agree?
I just no, I don't see it. I do know it because I saw your tweet. Yeah, look, again, it's a moment for me to be very transparent. I skipped the challenges when I watched this episode. I do
Mm-hmm.
remember before the challenge, Mo made a comment of not being able to jump, which I thought was
Yep,
bizarre. I feel like a
she is
lot of
not able
people
to jump.
go. So, what happened in the challenge? Did she not jump, or did she do
No,
it, overcome her
no.
fears?
Well, she fell. Like the challenge didn't involve that much jumping. She also won Wipeout, so I'll just go to the first point of hers. Obviously, she cannot jump.
Mhm.
Uh, she tries very hard. I saw her Wipeout. Someone else said in the chat, Kiara. Yeah, she does not jump in Wipeout, and yet she still wins. It's really
Chiara, just to
incredible.
be very clear.
Kiara.
I don't want you mispronouncing my chatters' names. Also, Zach, you might see Mike in the chat.
Okay.
Mike is our resident misogynist, so make sure to be
Oh,
careful
okay.
when viewing his comments. I don't
You
want
would
you
you would
to.
love Smash Bros.
Yes, absolutely. Probably a Ghost of
That is the
Tsushima.
community for you.
Okay, can't jump. I agree with you there. And now I'm
Okay, so
curious.
yeah, I don't just have one reason for each person. I wanted these to actually be like real things, so I made sure each person had like multiple things. Because it's not just that she can't jump, even though that is Little Mac's defining trait, and up to this point in the show, that is also Moe's defining trait.
I have
Well,
potentially another thing that could link her to Little Mac.
okay. Well,
You want to jump in?
I'll show you the next one, and then you can tell me yours. Okay.
Okay.
The second is that she got beat up.
Mm,
Uh, I think that Mo has shown her survivorness the most on on the show
right.
so far. She really is taking a beating out there in these challenges. And when I think of Little Mac, I also think of that. I think that
Um.
this frame says a lot, right?
Yeah. I think here's the thing. Little Mac is one of the worst characters in Super Smash Bros. From a competitive standpoint. If y'all don't know, it just has no recovery, it has no aerials. It's just a bad character, right? And I don't think Mo's a bad player by any means, but you'll never see Little Mac at a tournament, and I still haven't seen Mo on the TV show.
She is okay. She's been on the TV show. She had a whole
Sure,
segment last episode.
the jumping
I,
segment, I kind of skipped it.
well, okay, you can't. I didn't realize I was talking to a casual right now. You can't be like, oh,
Yeah,
I skip her segments, but she's not on the show. Anyways, it was a
I just
great
have a
segment.
very exquisite palate when it comes to segments.
hmm Anyways, another thing. Well, what was your reason for Mo? Oh, is it that?
Yeah, just not a big
Okay. Well,
presence.
another thing for her. I'll say the third reason, but I do have one more. Similar fit. I just the outfits to me are similar, and also I want to say both very scrappy. That is the word that I would use to describe what we've seen from both of them so far.
How tall
It's
is Mo?
obviously Mo is about like 5'3", I'd say 5'4".
Little.
Yeah, she's little. Um, I mean, she's Jewish. Little Mac is from New York. He's either Jewish or
That's
Italian.
that's something for sure.
Yeah, that's something
And
there.
what color are Little Mac's gloves and shorts?
It's green,
Oh,
exactly.
Sega green.
Siga Green. So that's Mo. That's number one. Now let's get into the ones that you do not know.
Okay, let me make my prediction before you reveal
hmm
them.
Okay,
Gem,
Gem. Who do you
who
think Gem
is
is?
definitely the gem of her tribe. That Corey original. Thank you. I think Gem is interesting. So I think you got to think having an idol is a part of it, right? Um, she is a very good player. I think she's doing well. I think she actually did a bad job with the whole box burying thing, but it kind of worked out for her. Um, I'm gonna say Snake because of the box.
You were close that it has to do with the idol. You're close that it has to do with that, but I don't think she's Snake. I think just looking at that smile, she's Villager. Okay.
Oh, the digging.
Yeah,
I
couple reasons
see.
for
It's
this.
okay.
Uh-huh.
So explain.
Number one, smiley but evil.
Yeah.
I think that
Why is
one
Gem
pretty
evil?
well because of what she's done to her tribe. Like most people would just take an idol, have it be like a normal thing, like, oh, I've got this idol now. She doesn't do that. She takes the idol and decides to like basically sink someone else's game for essentially no reason. But it's funny, and she's smiling the whole time.
Yeah.
So and I think that the villager, the insane smile, not that Gem's insane, but she is evil.
I
So that's
see.
number
I
one.
see D upside with Gem.
Okay.
Has her little
Number
group of
two,
four.
as we said, she plants shit to mess with people.
Mm,
hmm That's, I mean,
that's all
that is
right. That's
villages.
a good.
Oh,
All right, you've done homework. You've done research.
yeah. No, these are legit. And number three, of course, is insects attract from trees.
Ah,
A big part of villager. That's a big part of how Gem is planning to take people out. Uh, yeah. I feel like when you look at them, it's the same energy that you're getting from both of these photos.
yeah. I definitely see it. I think you're spot on with this one. I do. First, I'm just curious your opinion. Do you think Gem's whole scheme of like rehiding the beware advantage is stupid or smart?
Oh, I think it's terrible.
Yeah, I think it's so dumb because it makes it
I
so
think it
much
makes no
more
sense.
obvious that someone has it.
Yeah. it totally exposed herself. One of her close allies was the one who got it, so now she either has to like confess to her so that she doesn't think that she's lost her vote, or just let her think that she's lost her vote and kind of mess up the whole thing for them. I like it from the fun TV aspect of it, but I do not like it as a game move.
Yeah, I think the fact that they're pinning it on I do not know his name is good, but
Tim.
Tim was on
Yeah.
the outs anyway, so who cares? Like,
Okay. Well, next up uh we got a person that's probably very familiar to both of us. That's Charlie.
I
What
got
energy?
I was sent a video of Charlie from Mimi. They were hanging out.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Like,
Oh,
is he from? He's from like Massachusetts, but I guess he was in
yes.
DC.
Manchester by the Bay.
Corey 2.0. I think Charlie is me if I was on a pre-edited like an
What
edited
what
show.
what'd you
know what I mean?
say? What'd you say, Corey?
Is he gonna say that he was there first? So whatever.
No. You said Charlie is
I
me.
was gonna say me. I was actually so certain. I was gonna say he's a me to the end of time. I was gonna say me Gunner, but
Charlie is Corey if he's unlikable. No, Charlie is Corey if he was likable.
no, I think the thing with Charlie is like on Big Brother, you guys had the benefit of like seeing me on the live feeds. Charlie is doesn't have the benefit of the live feeds. They just edit Charlie into a little box.
I've been loving Charlie on the show. I feel like he's very well. Specifically, let me just say, by the way, Charlie is not just a me. Charlie is a Taylor Swift me fighter.
Yeah. Which one? Me
Uh,
brawler? What is he?
yeah, I feel like Charlie would very specifically go into the me maker before you play Smash Bros. Create his Taylor Swift
Oh,
me.
this pisses me off. When you're just trying to play some games and someone goes into the me setup and then looks up on their phone like, okay, how to make a
Uh,
oh my god.
he would definitely Manchester by the sea, not by the bay.
I
Excuse me.
do I
But
do Manchester by the Bay is crazy.
yeah,
I do kind of
I
feel
don't
for him
know.
where like I'm sure Taylor Swift was a big thing in casting for him and it's
Hmm.
like his quirky attribute and then you get on the show and you get asked about it a lot, I'm sure, and like you kind of lean into the character you were playing. So like I'm sure every time he's mentioned Taylor Swift is on the show and there's a lot of moments where he's not mentioning it.
Hmm.
But I mean, Zach, you were the biggest complainer. You hated Taylor Swift's presence in the NFL.
Yeah, you know me, big NFL viewer, big NFL guy, and she just
You
ruined
said
the
get
whole
back
thing
to the
for me.
football.
I can't believe that her and Travis Kelsey made the NFL woke.
Yeah.
Really, really killed it all for
And now
me.
Charlie's trying to bring it to Survivor.
Uh-huh.
Bring back real
Absolutely.
villains.
Okay. Anyways, I love Charlie. I also love Taylor Swift, so I think it's a perfect comparison. Number one, of course, is he is me and you. I mean, like, if you showed this photo to two normal people who don't watch reality TV, right? And asked them, like, which of these three are related?
Well, there is a big difference though between him and us, and he's like a hell of a
What,
lot older.
he wears yellow?
He's a hell of a lot older than us. He's 26 on the show.
I'm 24.
You were when you went on, you were 21. When I
Oh.
went on Big Brother, I was 21. Like
I
he's
think
a full ass
I think
adult.
he was 25 on the show and 26
Wow.
now.
So, but that's a serious difference. You know what I mean? Like Jag is 25.
It is, but I mean, it is just in the pure sense of like you're not the young guy, but it also depends on your group. He got, I think, a younger group overall. Um, and I don't know. I imagine that. No, you're right. I mean, it is a difference, but he's still the me of the season and the
I
you
would
of
say
the
this
season.
is the way Charlie's played is the exact way I would have played on this season. You go to the
Yeah.
girls and just go from there. So I like how he's playing. I love him and Maria as a duo. I think in terms of winner picks, I just think he would lose to Maria, but I think he has as good of a positioning as anyone in the game.
Well,
Except
it's
maybe like
funny.
Jem because she has an idol, but I don't know.
It's funny you say that he's, between the guys and the girls, because that's actually my next point. He's in between the boys and the girls. And when you choose a me fighter, you get to choose whether you're with the boys or you're with the girls. That's what Charlie has right now. He's on the selector. He can choose right now. And that is a very me like property, I would say.
So put the counter up to 1 of swings and misses.
What?
He is in between the boys and girls.
Just like the me's. A me can be anything. A me
Sure.
can be there. Me's don't, me's don't discriminate. I mean, I don't, Okay, you say that's a
Thank you,
miss.
Big Aaron.
Well,
Well,
this
I see
next one, I
someone.
gotta say, this
Yeah, okay,
next
let's see
one,
this.
yeah, this next one is indisputable, okay? There's irrefutable evidence. What is one of Taylor Swift's best songs?
Is there a me one?
That's right, Me. Taylor Swift has a song named Me.
Okay. Okay, they all hate the song though, unfortunately. But okay.
How can you hate Me by Taylor Swift? That's the best song ever. Everybody loves this amazing song by Taylor Swift.
Anything with Brendan Urie, is going to be a hit.
And just like that, I Swung You is Charlie a Me?
Look, but I was going to guess me for Charlie. And I think, honestly, you left out the biggest reason. His
Mhm.
face looks like default me face.
Do people agree with that?
This is why he's a me.
He does maybe not a Me as much. He does give off like Sim energy. I feel like I do too, by the way.
No, I think he gives off me energy. I think he would be in Meverse, and I'm sure he's used Meverse.
But like one of like the Wii U memes that are a little bit more
Ah,
detailed.
okay, maybe.
Not like
I think he's a good looking guy. I think his island
he is. Of course.
fashion is pretty good. I think he's got a
Of course you think he's a good looking guy.
no. I think he's got nice fits in the island. I think
Okay.
he's
I
very
agree.
unique
I
look.
agree. Do you see his in the preview he's doing a cha cha. They call him Cha Cha Charlie.
Oh,
That's true. That's on the show. All right. Next up, we got
no.
Ben.
Ben Katzman.
Another member of the tribe.
Okay, so goofy guy. I'm trying to think if there's any singing like music kind of characters. For some reason, Duck Hunt Dog is popping up in my head. Pac Man is popping up in my head.
There's
Um,
one that's similar.
hmm. So similar to Duck Hunt and
Musician.
Pac Man. Like, is he a piranha plant kind of
Similar
thing?
similar to similar to Duck Hunt. Musician.
Banjo and Kazooie. Ah,
Yep. Ben is Banjo.
nice job. Who in chat got it? Someone got it.
Very
Love
yeah, who
that.
got that? Okay, first of all, gut impression, what do you think?
They have guitars. I think
Yep.
he also brings the
Goofy
same
musician.
energy. He brings the same energy, for sure.
2 for 2. Same, well, they got the same exact necklace, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And they also, oh, look, we both have a LaCroix. Cheers, Ben. Uh, and just the same vibe. I mean, this is one that's like really, to me, dead on.
Yeah, I think so. I will say about Ben, I've enjoyed Ben more than I thought I would. Because I kind of thought Ben would be like Sifu, and I really like Sifu, especially in person. But just kind of like a character who's just a character. But I think
Mhm.
Ben clearly knows how to play. His lie coming
Well,
back, I thought was a really good lie, where he's basically
it was a
saying,
great lie, yeah.
"Yeah, Puya, thanks for the raid, man."
Hey, Puya. Oh, thank you,
Um,
Puya.
yeah. So what we're doing here, Survivor 46 players likening him to Smash Bros. Characters. Zach has a whole presentation. I'm just sitting here milking off the content.
Observing. Okay. So yeah, same necklace of vibe. Again, I think they're a den ringer for each other. And then the third, maybe most convincing reason is they have a less important sidekick.
Okay, fucked up about Kazooie. I like
About
Kazooie.
Kazooie?
Yeah.
Poor Tim. Who's Kazooie?
Okay, you're. I have a good one for Tim.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just move on to Tim then.
Okay, I got
Who do you think?
Waluigi.
Waluigi? Why?
I
Because he's
got
not on the
Waluigi.
game?
Not in the show. Not in the game. Not there whatsoever.
Well, you're very close, actually, because Tim is not Waluigi. Drop the Wa, keep the Luigi.
Interesting. Why he wins by doing absolutely nothing? Is that it?
That's a good one. I didn't come up with that one, but that's a really good one. Uh, Tim is a player on the show. Someone is always going to be the least edited person. I think in terms of being least edited, like I've seen people literally get zero screen time, and that's not Tim. He's gotten some stuff. It's just not super
He said
relevant.
there was an
But
all women's alliance. Everyone jumped on him, and then the women formed an all women's alliance.
that, yeah, that was a
Which was that sucks. That's tough.
it happens, you know.
Thanks, Tay.
Rough go of it for Tim. All right. Do you have any other reasons for? Well, I'll just show the first
Let
one.
me just say one thing, Zach. Sharon has some beef in the chat saying, "Don't disrespect Luigi like that ever again. He saved all his friends from King Boo." So, you have a
Yeah.
response to that, or
I'm not disrespecting Luigi. I like all of these people. I love some of them. Some of them I think are okay. And Tim's one of the ones I like.
yeah?
And I like Luigi. I don't love Luigi, but you know.
Does he
All
have like
right.
a 1/8 chance of blowing up his game?
So I already said overlooked in favor of bigger characters and bigger characters as a whole. But Ben's definitely been the leader of the Tim Ben alliance, just as Mario obviously
Yeah.
more of the leader there. Number two, they're both clumsy. Like that's you skipped the challenge, so obviously you didn't see both times that Tim fell into the water. But
Yeah.
that's now
Right.
one of his kind of defining traits. He basically like
Okay.
took the entire buoy down with him.
Yeah.
And number three, they
Uh,
they both wear green and have a mustache.
I think this. I think you did a admirable job on this one.
Thank you. For someone that we
But
did not get that much content on, I feel
I
like
do have a
he is
question though.
exactly Luigi. Yeah.
So, how much time did you spend on like the ones we've had so far? Like some of them probably jumped out to you. Banjo Kazooie
Mhm.
Ben. This one took a minute. No.
Yeah. This was one of the later ones.
This one. Okay.
I would say that like 14, 13 or 14 of them came to me instantly. Then like I figured out the other two or three, and then there were like two of them that just took me forever to think of someone. But then once I did, I think they're great. I think they're some of the best ones actually. But those took up most of the time just thinking of those.
Well, let me just say that I think Tim is dead in the water. I think Tim's very lucky this tribe's not going to tribal. And I
Yes,
do
he's
think
definitely in the worst position on his tribe.
this could be a situation where Tim's the merge boot because it's like,
Mhm.
all right, let's not rock the boat. Sega doesn't care about Tim. The three Yanu people are just going to be chilling.
It's a fair point, but we've seen time and again the person who gets the least screen time on a tribe that's winning, let's say like Julie, for instance, on Reba.
Does this happen with
Make it
guys though?
um,
I feel like it's
it
much less
happens with
often.
maybe it is less often
Survivor
with
edits
men.
guys a lot bigger.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. All right, Maria is the final member of Sega. Who do you think
My winner
Maria?
pick, by the way.
Good pick.
Who did you pick one beforehand?
Um, did I pick one before? Yeah, my winner pick was I don't even remember at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
My gut instinct is Steve.
Why Steve?
Steve is the, of course, best character in Smash Bros.
Oh,
Ultimate,
just 'cause the best.
alongside Diggs,
Who's Diggs?
Steve Diggs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Okay, they both Diggs.
Um,
Um,
but if it's not that, I have to think of what Maria has done specifically.
I haven't seen anyone in the chat get it yet.
No one.
No one's gotten it yet.
Okay, well, just break the ice. Who do we got?
Okay. Maria is Rosalina.
Okay, so ends with A.
Well, that's
Are you calling like Mo Luma?
no, I wouldn't say. If anything, Charlie would be Luma. Number one, they're both mothers. Now, I was going to post a picture of Maria and her children here, but I decided against that.
That would be weird, I think.
I mean, it's on her Instagram. It's not like having to dig deep for that one. But I figured she's a mother both in the literal and the fan sense. And I've
One
got
second.
some of my
There's some
people.
confusion in the chat. She's not Peach's mom, to be clear.
What?
She's
No.
the mother of the stars, Lumas.
She's the mother of the Lumas. Yes, exactly.
Wait, so let me try
And
to
just
think of
like,
what these other answers could be.
mhm.
Um, um, does she, I mean,
Thank you, Jesse. I assume that's you, whose
confirmed
profile is
mothers.
not Jesse from Survivor 43. I am a mother. I didn't. No one
All right,
calls me that. It's so strange.
Mother Zach.
Okay. Well, should I just go to the next one? Because it's real. I'll say
Yes.
it's related to this. It's related to being a mother.
Mhm.
How long did this take me? This took me probably about like 2 hours to make. Okay. Uh, willing to sacrifice children. A big part of Rosalina's gameplay. Maria as well has said that I'm going to be the mom out on the tribe, but you know, I'm willing to kill some kids.
Also,
We
I would
saw her
like
do that.
to say a consolation prize to Maria for making it a few episodes before someone on the tribe calling her mom.
Yeah.
Very
Is
impressive
she
work.
Mama M? Has she gotten that yet?
I haven't heard that yet, but I heard someone call her Ma.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well,
episode
that's to be
four,
fair, her name is
unprecedented.
Maria, so maybe they're just calling her,
Interesting.
the first part of her
Well,
name.
so when we just sacrifice kids, do you mean Rosalina turning the
Also,
Lumas
there is a
into?
Moriah on her tribe. There's a Maria and a Moriah, so
But does anyone call her Moriah or it's just Mo? Right?
I mean, I see Mo. I feel like she goes by Mo.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah. Anyways,
Mama J
Rosalina
wanted to be called
sacrifices.
Mama J. Brando, it's only because it was so obvious that someone like you would call her Mama J. She felt
Yeah,
pressured
Brando.
into it.
Brando, I saw on the show when you were hanging out with Mama J. I found that very strange.
I have classes with her son, Brando. Trust me.
Hmm.
I
That's why they actually had to edit Brando out of episodes 3 and 4, is because he just wouldn't stop.
and they didn't have to edit him out of the last 8 episodes. So
Yeah, what did you
lucky
mean
for
by
him.
someone like Brando?
Influencers.
Okay. Yeah, willing to sacrifice kids. We basically saw Maria sacrifice Jelinski like to the gods. So yeah. And then the last one is they both have an inspirational backstory.
Okay. So just I kind of blurry on the segment, but Maria's parents I think came from Lebanon. Is it?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember
Am I
specifically, so
wrong
I
in
don't want
this?
to assume. But
I'm
yes,
kind of
both of
multitasking. Am I?
them.
Am I right?
It was I remember it was specifically that her parents were both immigrants, and the
Lebanon.
expectations on her were so high. Someone says it was yes, Lebanon.
Yeah.
The expectations were so high on her, and she always feels the need to uh, like overcome them and exceed them, which I thought was a great story, almost as good as Rosalina's story of being abandoned on a planet and being alone, and the Lumas coming to rescue her.
Okay. Brando says rooting for Asians got my back. Rooting for Asians during BB25 was rooting against Jews.
that's that's not
Which I
fine.
understand. I'm
I
with it.
don't agree. I love rooting for Asians. I
I
denounce.
like rooting for Asians. I just
I
I
denounce Corey.
I wish they were a little flexible with their.
I hope rooting for Asians gets on Survivor because I think that would be such a great final tribal reveal.
I handed the game to Jag.
All right, so that's the
Oh,
Sega
not
tribe,
great.
and to finish off the Sega tribe, I have a final comparison for them, which is that the Sega tribe is Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
Hmm.
It's not super competitive, but it's very successful so far, and
Casuals
there's
love
a
it.
lot of casuals love it, and there's a lot of tripping going on.
Ooh, nice one. Let's take a quick intermission before our next tribe. I think you did a great
Okay.
job with Sega. Do you have any just off the cuff answers for Dwight and Brando who are both in the chat? Because I think I have one for Dwight.
Of which characters they would be.
Yeah, I think Dwight is Olimar.
Oh, why is Dwight Olimar?
Because I
I
feel
mean,
like
you
when we're
do
playing
Dwight, I'll
like
think of Brando right
I
now.
feel like when we're playing like Blood on the Clock Tower or something,
Mm-hmm.
Dwight is just leading us all around like little Pikmin.
Hmm. I think Brando's is pretty easy, honestly. I think Brando is just Pokemon trainer. I feel like he is, obviously absolutely loves Pokemon so much that it even got into the show.
Mhm.
Um, I think that, one big thing about Pokemon trainers is you fight with other nerds, and that was ultimately what happened with
sorry,
Brando.
sorry, not Jesse from Survivor 43 says, "Wait, why did Dwight and Brando get characters?" Because they're in the chat, unlike certain people. Who would
Yeah.
Jesse be?
Jesse would be,
Oh, I got it.
yeah.
Jesse is Bowser
Why is he Bowser?
because, like Bowser, Jesse has a child who is much more successful than them.
That's a good one. Yeah, a child that's
More
reached
notable,
above and beyond.
played a stronger game.
Mr. Beast.
Wait, actually,
Bowser is a
percentile
beast.
wise, who did better? Because Jesse got the fourth of 18.
Jesse did better than
Fourth of
this
18
guy.
versus was it like 13 of? All right,
No,
fair enough.
Jesse's son did not. Geo did not get that far. Geo
I
got to
do.
like halfway through, I think.
Yeah, Jesse makes a good point. Did not
Yeah.
spit fire.
I would say that Jesse is a Meta Knight
Hmm.
because uh, tragic backstory. You don't really know if he's good or evil.
Zach went. Zach went. Tragic backstory. In Jelinski we trust.
Uh, and
Who's
Jelinski. Well,
Jelinski?
we'll get to Jelinski. Don't
Okay.
worry.
All right, right. He's on the
Meta
castle.
Knight, I
Yeah.
think, is a good one. All right. So that's the Sega tribe. Let's move on to the Nami tribe. I will say that I'm very proud of the Nami tribe.
The Navi tribe.
Number
Okay.
Yeah, number one, we got to start with the man of the hour, the Nami tribe, Hunter McKnight. Who do you
I
think Hunter
think
is?
I have to imagine Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon or Steve.
You're close. You're very, very close with Captain Falcon, but I think there's one person that's just a little bit better for him.
Interesting. So is this just a big buff kind of dude?
It's not all about just the looks. It's also about what they represent.
Oh, I'm trying to think characters with a bed.
It's not with
Is
it.
what I'm is what I'm
All
thinking right
right.
now. Or who is it?
Hunter McKnight. Oh, sorry. Fox McCloud.
From Melee, to be clear.
From Melee, specifically Melee Fox.
Okay.
So, a
He's
lot of
my
reasons for this.
character, by the way. I've put
Number one,
thousands of hours.
which is exactly it, because it's sort of try hard to use him, but incredible fundamentals. Like, in the challenges, objectively the best of everyone. But at the same time, it's like not that impressive because when he's just always the best, it's like, oh, he's the best again.
Also, like if you pick Hunter as your winner pick and he wins, you don't get any credit.
I agree with that. It's
It's like,
kind
oh,
of
you
like
won. You were
stock
also playing
pick,
Fox.
yes, exactly. Stock pick, Fox, fan favorite, obviously. Good at
And he's fun
everything.
to watch. He's fun to watch too. He's not as
Oh, I love
boring.
Hunter, yeah. Number two, it's it's an unwinnable matchup for low tiers. Basically, there are certain characters that, when put up against Hunter, just literally cannot win.
Yeah, I mean, look, I will say I think Fox is worse against low tiers than a lot of characters, but I think the joke is very funny. I think this is a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that like Yanu just unfortunately does not have the toolkit to match up against.
Here's the way I feel about Hunter. Has no
Mhm.
one found the idol on that tribe?
Randon did, but now it's been rehidden.
Right, exactly. So I think if he finds an idol, he's gonna win. If he doesn't find an idol, he'll get cut. But
I think
like,
he's gonna be threatened at come merge, right? It'll just be a matter of if he's able to form the bonds that protect him through that, or if he's just,
mhm,
a target there.
yeah,
Okay. And number three is he's a ginger, but he makes it work. I feel like conventionally gingers are seen as the scorned in society, but Hunter pushes through that. I see a lot of people thirsting over him.
he's
I see people say
blonde.
he's blonde. I see people say he's blonde, but that is the same hair color as Fox, and
Okay.
Fox is not blonde.
Question: would you all in the chat consider Zach a ginger?
It's a good
Because this
question.
has been a subject of fierce debate in the Wernberger household. No, no. He was a ginger for sure, but he might have grown out of it.
Regardless, same hair color. I mean, you look at those two colors, that is the exact same.
Yeah, and I think that's really why we all love Hunter. He's just making waves,
Okay.
breaking
Well,
boundaries.
all right. Well, we're finished. A Jinju. Okay.
I don't like that.
Depends on who said it. Okay, next up, we've got. Well, we started with Hunter. We're now
Yeah.
gonna go to Tevin. Who do you think
Tevin.
Tevin?
Tevin's slippery. Tevin. I think Tevin getting rid of Soda is a classic like Surrey Fields kind of move, where like he'll get away with it because he's good, but it's probably just silly and overdoing it. Or at least that's his plan. I'm sure there's no to get rid of Venus at this point. Just to talk about his game for a little bit. I don't love that idea. I think Hunter's doing the best job of
Yeah.
being like, oh yeah, let Tevin make this unforced errors.
I get the sense with that move specifically, it's like restless leg syndrome.
Yeah.
They literally just haven't gotten to really play the game in 10 days now. And it's been Venus for so long. I feel like Tevin just wants to do something. He's like, well, why does it have to be Venus? What if we make a move here? Even though he hasn't really made any moves up to this point in the game, because he hasn't had the opportunity to. So I feel like he's getting a little bit ahead of himself so far. But, you know. Anyway, so do you have any final guesses? You haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah, I would say Tevin, I think maybe would be like one of the Fire Emblem characters in the sense he's kind of the narrator.
It's interesting. But no, you should have stuck with the where we just were, because if Hunter is Fox, then Tevin is Falco.
I don't know if I agree with this, but
You're about to.
okay.
You're about to agree with this. Number one, very sarcastic but popular.
Okay.
Feel like
Falco is very
seen,
sarcastic. That's true.
and we've seen Tevin be very sarcastic throughout the season and be very popular within his group, within the season. Falco's obviously a very popular character. The sarcasm translates.
Okay, sure. No, I'm with this.
Number two, and this one is irrefutable in my mind. Great outfits, love to pose.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I don't think this is a good outfit from Falco.
They are wearing the exact same outfit.
No, it's red versus pink. I think Tevin's killing it. That was what my finale outfit was supposed to look like, and it didn't pan out.
Mm-hmm. Look at even Falco's glasses. He's got pink shades on that match Tevin's exactly.
Okay, Brando.
What did Brando say? The fuck up. Oh man. Okay.
You have to post that tweet and be like, "You'll never guess who Brando's talking about." that's the tweet.
Yeah, exactly. Someone grab that. Someone get the
Tay's already tweeted it, I'm sure. Lila's already tweeted.
Get the brownie points from that one. Okay. And then lastly,
All right,
it's just the same exact vibe.
I don't believe the vibe thing. I think Falco's more of a dick. Tevin's a nice guy.
I think that they both have that like sarcasm, that like that air of like arrogance, but it doesn't come off like unlikable. It comes off almost like, you know, that's just their personality. Like you kind of get used to it. Anyway, and then also obviously partners to Fox. Okay. Now we've got Soda.
Soda I have an idea for Soda.
Yeah.
I think Soda is going to be one of either Palutena or who's the character that can I think Villager would also be another one in terms of snatches items from other people.
That's a good one, actually. No, people are getting it. It's Jigglypuff.
With the singing.
It's specifically Jigglypuff. Yup. Number one. Loves to sing.
Tribe.
Yeah, well, it's the Melee tribe, yeah. They both love to sing. They're both good singers, even though it sometimes will annoy people in their groups.
Oh, Hunter hated it. It was so funny, and they didn't even comment on it. You know what I think would be a fun experiment?
Just the eyes.
I wish they gave Hunter 0 confessionals this season.
They did. Hunter's gotten like some of the least confessionals.
I know, but I wish they went the full way. I think it'd be so interesting.
Oh, would he still be popular?
I think it'd be cool. It'd be like a cool thing.
Yes.
Like, wait, what the fuck are they doing with him?
Yeah,
Um,
I mean we've seen like the big strong dude get not that many confessionals before. It's not
yeah,
we've seen JP, we've seen I mean,
JP
it's
Hilsaback.
like this happen. JP Hilsaback. Nice
Um,
stuff. All right, number two. Smiley until you fuck with her. Very social, very friendly.
is she not the
But
instigator
also
sometimes? It seems like in the
what?
Venus situation. In the Venus situation, she seems to be a bit of the instigator.
I don't know. I feel like it's 50-50, right? Like the idol thing obviously was more her. Then you see like the rolling over her foot thing. That scene, they were like yelling, get out of the way of Venus. So it's like 50-50. Also, if you've seen Soda on Twitter, she does not hold back. She will go after you in a very Jigglypuff with the marker like manner, I would say.
Is
So
that
yeah.
is the? I mean, I'm trying to think what this last one can be about. I'm thinking of Jigglypuff's moves. Rest. She hasn't sat out of challenges like that. She did last challenge.
No, no, not sitting out.
Um. Oh, is it? Is it like? I don't know. Just show me the third reason.
All right, you'll like this one. Number three, massive threat to Fox and Falco.
All right, this is a Zach doesn't know Smash. Fox destroys Jigglypuff.
Uh-huh. And what's Tevin trying to do right now?
Wait, no, but
Mm.
Fox is Hunter, but Hunt. Yeah.
Well, both of them. It's the pair. It's the pair. The pair are going after Jigglypuff.
Yeah,
They have it out for her.
there's
You
beef for
got
sure.
Yeah, you got this triangle right here. I feel like these are like the three main melee characters that you're seeing.
Yeah,
And you got Fox and Falco aligned against her.
yeah.
All right. Next up,
See,
Liz.
I think you missed out with the Mo thing. You could have made them Echo Fighters, which is a little bit of a tired joke, but um,
That's the point. I didn't want someone's whole thing to be like one thing, like oh they're similar. Like I
I
wanted
think
it to be.
Liz could be Mario in this. Oh, or she could be Wario. One of the two.
What's the most defining trait about Liz?
Well, I think with Liz, it's the amount she discusses her wealth.
Okay, so who do you think Liz is?
I mean, I don't. Am I sticky with the melee theme? Just tell me that.
Liz in Melee. It's not Wario though, who you might think of with wealth. Liz is Pikachu.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain this to me.
I'm ready to. Number one, more money than everyone. Many different businesses.
Okay.
Liz, as we know, is the richest person on Survivor 46. She
Uh-huh.
has many different businesses.
And this is before the
Pokemon,
$1 million.
and this is before she wins the $1 million. Pokemon is the greatest selling franchise of all time,
Yes.
literally the most selling, with many different businesses, many different revenue streams. Uh, one perfect match you'd say so far?
Look, I still think Wario is the answer, but I'll stick with you.
Okay, let me convince you then. Number two, they both love headbands. That's something I've noticed with Liz. Every single picture you see of her, she's got a headband on.
That's a good one.
Pikachu also loves headbands.
That's a good one.
It's every costume. And number three, of course, and I think the silver bullet. They have a younger clone that hurts herself.
So for those who don't know, when you play with Pichu, whenever Pichu uses the move with electricity, it does damage to itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good one. You know what? I'm convinced.
And even has the glasses.
Go goggles. Pretty
Yeah,
good.
I
All
feel
right,
like
I think I'm convinced. I don't think Wario would have as much.
no. Liz is Pikachu 100%, and good for her. No one is more worthy. All right, and that's also like what I was saying. Like with, I could have made Mo just be Pichu, but I think there was more with the Little Mac thing, and uh, you know, we still got it in there. All right, next up we have Randon. Okay, I think you'll
Um,
get it.
I don't think I will. I mean, I think with Randon, I'm thinking like Ryu and Ken because you can only see like one side of them. You can only see one side of them. Um, I think I really don't know. I mean, the injury
Okay.
is obviously the biggest thing, but it's a weird injury.
Randon is
Um,
Dr. Mario.
oh, there you go. There you go.
There, we don't know much about Randon, and yet somehow we have the perfect character for Randon. Uh, all right, I've got
You got
a
reasons
lot of
also?
reasons. Yeah, I got some reasons. Number one, of course, he fought a virus.
Okay.
That is, that's Dr. Mario's whole MO. Randon fought a pinched nerve. Dr. Mario fights these guys.
This is weird, right? He ended up being totally fine and wouldn't have had to be removed from the game.
I mean, he was like fine, as in it still took him, from my understanding, like 2 weeks to like regain full function in his arm. Like he was not making it through the full game.
Okay. Pinch nerve equals virus? Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, if you lost me on pinch nerve equals virus, he fought a well, what do I gotta say? He fought an illness. He fought a ailment.
Chinese hoax.
Yeah, you guys are getting a little ticky tack. Don't say that, Corey. Okay. No, if you guys don't like that one, you really aren't gonna like this next one. You know, I feel like. Do you see what I mean?
Size to reach over there. That's what it is.
That's good. Do you see what I mean? Like nerve damage is sort of like an electric attack.
Um. Huh.
It's the same vibe. It's kind of the way that like Thursdays in October have the same vibe. Like,
Yeah, you're doing a little bit of a like Thursday is red kind of thing.
yes, exactly. Nerve damage, electric attacks. Like, if you were to ask like what element is a nerve damage, that's electric attack, I would say. All right. Well, if you guys aren't agreeing with this, even though literally all we know about Randon is that he was medevaced, and that's all I'm working off of, I think that you have to give me this last one, okay?
Yeah.
They were both removed from the game.
Mm.
I feel like not
And
not
that
many
means
Smash
that means in a couple
that Randon
seasons, Randon's coming
Randon
back, baby.
Randon is coming back. Yeah.
Good one. All
No, we'll
right,
have to
you know,
see.
I think it's as good as you could do for Randon. I think the Ryu Ken idea is good, but it's a little bit more singular
Rand,
focused.
you could complain about it. Dr. Mario is the best choice for Randon. There's not a better one.
Guys, get to work.
Okay, yeah, exactly. If you can think of like a really good one for Randon that's better than this, let me know. I'm proud of it. All right. We got the final member of the Orange Tribe. Do you know who the final member is, Corey?
Venus. It's Venus, right?
Yes, Venus.
Okay. Now with
Oh,
Venus, um, I think Venus, I do like as Captain Falcon. Underdog doesn't have a lot of tools, but has a lot of personality.
Okay.
Fiery.
Anyone? I don't see anyone in chat saying it, so I'll reveal. Venus is Lucina.
Why?
Okay.
Like a clone of Parvati?
Number one, Blank 2.0.
Yes.
It's what she got pinned with right off the bat. It's what Lucina got pinned with right off the bat. They're being called a clone. No reason.
Yeah. Okay.
Number two, really, they're like the 200th version of this. This is not the first time that this has happened.
Every single one of those people were Parvati 2.0.
Yes, every single one of these people is Parvati 2.0. And here we have Girl Marth, Red Marth,
Who on
Dad
this list
Marth.
do I actually think
Daddy
was
Marth.
Parvati 2.0? I think
How many of
Victoria.
these contestants can you name? Let's start there.
All right. That's Andrea, right?
That is not Andrea.
Top left. I'm kind of zoomed in. All right, that's Alexis.
Yes.
That's Figgy.
All right, you gotta go from top to bottom because you're kind of bouncing around.
Top left. I'm having some trouble with.
Okay, that's Jessica.
Jessica. Top center is Alexis.
Yes.
Top right, I've never seen in my life.
That is Anna Kate.
Oh wow, I love Anna Kate.
Socialist.
Fucking Anna Kate. Middle left is Figgy.
Yep.
Middle center, I have no idea.
I have no clue who that is. I don't even know who that is.
Right center is our cousin
Is
Sydney.
that Natalie? I don't know.
No
That's
idea who
Cousin
else
Cindy,
that
yeah.
is.
I think that's Libby.
Libby. Bottom left is Victoria.
Michaela from South Pacific. Okay, that sounds right, yeah. Victoria, yes.
Center bottom, I have no idea.
That's Chelsea.
And bottom right, I definitely recognize.
Mm-hmm. What's our sister's name?
What season is Molly on?
It's Molly from season 39.
Yeah, it looks familiar.
Okay.
Fake
So
fan.
yeah, I
I'm not a
really.
Survivor super fan. I was
Mhm.
at one point in my life, but it's been a while.
Okay. So, anyways, it's a common criticism of people who look just like her. You get the Parvati 2.0, you get the Marth 2.0. It's played out, but it still happens. So, number three, I've got uh, their closest ally is Dad Who Dies.
Damn. Zach played Fire Emblem. He's
Mm-hmm.
bringing
I
up
did
the
play Fire Emblem.
lore.
Mm-hmm.
That's something.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
I mean, look, I can't fact check you on this one, but
well, the
I'm
chat can. The chat are saying, yeah, see, meanwhile, he was Chrome in the end.
spoilers. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was hoping. I was hoping. Wait, more people say that I'm spoiling Fire Emblem. Please say that because I knew I was gonna get that. It's so funny to me. People are like, bro, you're spoiling Fire Emblem Awakening. You're spoiling Fire Emblem Awakening. When if they ever opened the game and watched the first cutscene, they would know that that is this scene. This is the opening cutscene of Fire Emblem Awakening, a game from 2014. Thank you, Alvin.
Mm,
I'm sorry I spoiled the opening cutscene for you.
and it's up to them whether they forgive you.
Yeah, closest ally is Dad Who Dies. So, what Smash Bros. Game do you think the Nami tribe is?
The Nami tribe. Um. 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 I would say it's probably melee, right?
No, no. I mean, a lot of the characters are from Melee, but vibe-wise, this is Smash Ultimate. They've
Gameplay
got the
and content.
gameplay plus the content. They got the references to old media, ton of that, and people still complain about them.
Yeah, I would complain about it. But
Okay.
Ultimate, I think most people like Ultimate. It's probably the second best Smash game, maybe third.
I mean, people still like it, but I feel like same with Nami. You're getting everything that you could really want out of a tribe. You're getting everything that you could want out of a Smash Bros. Game. People still find stuff to complain about. That's fine. That's the way the world works. But you know, whatever. All right. Last but not least, we have the
Oh,
Yarn,
the stars of the
the
season.
stars of the season. Okay. So these were also some of the ones that gave me the most trouble, I will say. Um,
Yes.
but I am excited to show you because I am proud of who I came up with.
Good.
We're gonna start with Kenzie.
Kenzie.
Now, who do
Um,
you think Kenzie is?
I'm thinking Corin because
Why?
while
Why
Corin
Cora?
seems cool, there's a hidden dragon.
Mermaid dragon. Mermaid dragon. That's a good one.
That's a
I
good
don't know.
one.
I wouldn't. I would not know other things about her, unfortunately. Or
Um,
not about Corin. I mean, not about Kenzie.
okay. Why for every woman do you guys keep saying Zero Suit
Samus.
Samus?
I know they keep saying Zero Suit Samus.
You guys are so out of
Like
the
I would
gutter.
ever choose one of these people and be like, yeah, there's Zero Suit Samus.
Specifically the sports bra skin. Like you guys are weird.
I mean, at least say
Um,
Bayonetta.
yeah, I mean Kenzie, she's the mastermind. She has had enough of Banu's
Bowser
shit.
Jr. Bowser Jr. female. She has a name.
Wendy.
Yeah, Wendy.
All right, who is it?
No, no, nobody got it, and I'm gonna have to explain this one.
Wait. There's
Kenzie.
also the way she wears the headband, right? She's like the. All right, go ahead. Whatever.
The thing is that people are just a lot of people are like pigeonholing themselves into like she's a girl, she has to be a girl character, but I didn't think that way. Kenzie is Diddy Kong.
Goofy, but kind of like will fuck you up. Like not.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. I mean, they're both gingers. Can I say that? Where people can get mad at me again?
I don't know if Diddy Kong's a ginger.
He's definitely a ginger. Look at that hair. That's bright red.
I don't know.
Okay, well, let me explain why she's Diddy Kong. Number one, she plants things to make people slip.
Ah, that's a great one. That's all
Mm-hmm.
right. That's a great one.
Thank you, thank you. Uh, so that's number one. Number two, people complain about her and she gets nerfed.
Yeah,
I mean,
Diddy Kong was really good in Smash 4.
yeah, this is some Smash 4 lore that might be lost on some people. So I've decided to include, a moment in time from this moment. But yeah, people basically say she's too powerful, she's too strong, she's the mastermind, and basically like kind of really hurts her in the long run from that
Yeah,
perspective. I think
nerfed
that
means
she's
like made worse. Like in a video game, when someone's too good, they get nerfed. Make them
hmm
worse.
and then there's this Diddy Kong. I remember like people in Smash 4 fucking hated Diddy Kong.
I do regret to inform you, Zach, the is Diddy Kong Ginger poll is not going in your favor.
Uh, Wait, I'm gonna ask my roommate to make Succession a bit quieter.
That's our
I could
next
hear
stream. Survivor 46 contestants as Succession
the
characters.
Succession characters. What do they say? They don't say he's a ginger?
Jelinski is cousin Greg.
That's a good one. All right, and number three is people show up to her home unannounced.
Did this happen?
Yes. She posted that this week, that people were coming to her salon and like asking to see her. This was on her Instagram story. And that like, harassing her staff and stuff, which obviously you should never do. Um, at the same time, Diddy Kong has had that same exact problem with King K. Rool and his whole crew. What were these? The Tropical Freeze people.
And
So
just to
yeah.
be frank, the Kong family was in a very like this is a dire situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Kenzie could definitely argue is in the same. I think
Yeah.
I think this is not only a good comparison, but it's an important thing to talk about.
Yeah, yeah. Don't go to someone place of work, or at least if you're going to be like discreet about it.
Yeah, and
Like,
especially if you're going to, don't
hey, get a
steal their
haircut, get a salon.
bananas. Yeah,
Like Jam Jam. I know Jam Jam loves when people show up to his salon and like advertises it as very much like meet Jam Jam from Survivor. But like, if you're gonna go there, you should buy something, right?
yeah, and someone certainly doesn't,
And not be creepy. If she's not in there, don't like demand to see her would be like the biggest thing.
and don't go on King K. Rool's orders.
Yes. But obviously the people who would actually listen, like who would actually do this, are also not the ones listening right now. Yeah. And yeah, don't
Uh,
by the same token, don't invade Kong Island.
Survivor 46 cast as office characters next. All right, who would Jelinski be?
Jelinski would be
Roy.
no, I mean Jelinski. No, maybe Ryan. I think Ryan would be a good one.
Meredith's son.
Meredith's son. All right. That's it for Kenzie. Next we got Q. All right.
You.
Who do you think Q is?
All right, Q's a coach. Fumbled. Athlete. I mean, I think it has to be something with coach. We
You're
Fit
on the right
trainer.
track. There we go.
There we go. All right, we're on the board.
We got one. Q is the We Fit trainer.
Yeah.
A lot of reasons for this one. You've already said, obviously, peak physical shape.
That's not a Nintendo authorized picture of We Fit trainer male.
I just want to let you know, cropped for a reason.
I think Luke from my season drew this.
Oh, you think so? Is this Splatterbrain?
What is that his like name?
Yeah, Brando would splatter on his brain.
Okay, what is that?
What, you don't know Splatterbrain?
I'm gonna have to cut you off.
He was the one who started it. Okay. Yeah. By the way, let me just say, there's one thing I could say about Luke from BB25 that's positive. Interesting art. Interesting art. It's really
Great
like
start
he
to the
has
sentence.
He has a very distinct style.
Zach's just saying this because he lives like 10 minutes from our family home.
No, I'm being genuine. Like I hate the dude. I think he's a horrible person, but like when I saw his art in the preseason, I thought that it was very impressive.
Zach's like, I
I
have
like
to
his art.
separate the art and the artist.
Yeah, guys, why can't you just separate Luke
It's
I mean, well,
Canadian.
but also at the same time, like, you know, he's gotta if he's gonna be an
Still.
artist, he's gotta make art. He's gotta release new ones. I mean, where's Splatterbrain in the next issue? Luke, I'm waiting.
Oh, that's his graphic novel.
Yeah, this is a graphic novel.
Okay. All right.
All
Well, I got
right.
one. What else?
Okay. Number one, you also kind of got number two in the sense he's a coach. He coaches people on what to do. It's been a big part of his arc so far on the show. That's
Yeah.
literally all that Wii Fit Trainer does is tell you how to play, tell you how to work your body, just like how Q tells Banu how to work his game.
Yeah, Zach really liked the quote style in Luke's art.
Whatever.
Anyways, yeah, okay, this is an obvious one for sure.
Yep. And number three is I feel like he's already, Q's already pretty locked in. So I've got one just cinch it. Is that quitting is not an option, except that it is. We've
Yes,
seen
I did notice
Q.
that.
Yeah, we've seen Q take a very hard stance against quitting in episode one. It's basically why he doesn't fuck with Jelinsky from the start.
Mhm.
And yet, we have now seen him try to quit himself several times, including in this upcoming episode. They just released the sneak preview. It's him kind of talking about quitting again. Okay, Luke does not make furry porn art, just to be clear. Well, maybe he does, but that is not what I'm talking
Zach,
about.
I
Just to
told
be
you not to
clear.
read Mike's comments. I told you.
That is not what I'm referring to. But yeah, we've seen Q now talk about quitting several times, just like in Wii Fit. Obviously, you're not supposed to quit. It is something that they discourage you against. But at the same time, doesn't everybody quit Wii Fit? Is that not the arc of every single Wii Fit player?
I think if you start doing Wii Fit, you're already doomed to fail. You're trying to get in shape because you could just do
Fair
Ozempic.
That's true. Yeah, I feel like Ozempic really bit into, no pun intended, the Wii Fit audience. They're like kind of competing against each other. But yeah,
Some people who sell Ozempic actually you could just trade in your balance board.
Wii Fit is quite literally quitting is an option. Most people do. Q, I mean, I don't think he's gonna quit, but he sure talks about it a lot. So that's why I think he's Wii Fit.
I like it.
All right. Tiffany, we're going for the three that are in the game, and then we're going to finish off with the three that just left us.
Tiffany, Tiffany's an artist,
Tiffany
right?
was a hard one, I will say. Tiffany was probably the one that was the toughest for me.
Tiffany's an artist.
Yes.
So I think Bowser Jr. jumps out to me.
You got it.
There you go.
Right there. And I think, again, it's kind of an energy thing. I feel like Tiffany and Bowser Jr. have that same mischievous... Yeah, that mischievous, that kind of like fun, but don't exactly trust in a game like this energy. So number one, you already got it. She's an artist. Bowser Jr. is an artist. You know, not much to that one. Shows up more than anyone. Tiffany, I don't know if you've noticed, has had the most confessionals of anyone left
has
in the
definitely
game.
had more confessions.
Well, left in the game.
Okay.
Her and Kenzie are top two. Just like how Bowser Jr. never stops showing up. And another thing they have in common, they both lose a lot. Bowser Jr. kind of shows up, loses, shows up again, loses. And that's kind of been Tiffany's experience so far on Survivor. The reason she's in the game so much is because they keep losing. But yeah, at least we're seeing her a lot.
Okay. This is a stretch. Shows up more than anyone, but
I could have said loses.
Yeah.
And also, I would say they both take losing tough. That's not one I have on here, but Tiffany obviously was very upset at Jess for the one they lost. Bowser Jr. kind of jumps up and down, throws a little fit when he loses. So I think they got that in common. Number three, as I said, this was the hardest one for me. It's the tongue.
think this one's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah,
It's fair.
large tongue. I feel like they both have the same energy. Is a big one for me. It was hard for me to put into words, but yeah, the tongue is uh ginormous for both of them.
A lot of next slide, please, in the chat.
We could chill for this one for a little bit.
Yeah, you want to have an intermission?
All right. Yeah, I got to do a bathroom break.
Thanks, Anonymous.
No. Okay. Next up, we got Jess Chong. Jess Chong was an easy one, I'd say.
Jess Chong is an easy one.
Enough, Brando.
Jess is Ant-Man because she eats ants. What game are you playing, Jelinski? You're gonna load up into Smash and pick Ant-Man?
Is that really Jelinski? I assumed it wasn't, but maybe it is.
I buy it. I don't know how many Jelinski impersonators there are.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
No, it's not. It's not. Y'all are haters. Every one of you.
Instagram message me if that's you.
Y'all are all haters.
Jelinski.
Y'all don't believe.
Okay.
Jess.
I haven't seen anyone get her, which is surprising.
What did Jess do that was notable? I mean, she couldn't hold the blocks up. She hated the outside. She was very stressed the whole time. Isabel?
I'll give you a hint. It's a boy. It's Olimar.
I don't see it.
Well, let me help you see it. Number 1, she's an alien.
Did she say that?
That's exact. She described herself exactly as, I'm an alien, Jeff. That's why I can't talk to these people.
Right.
Olimar is quite literally the alien on the Smash Bros. Cast.
Interesting.
Thank you, Brando, for that.
The kind words.
So yeah, that's one reason. Number 2, friend of insects, but will also sacrifice them.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, she said that the ants are her friends because she doesn't have to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
Olimar obviously raises an army of insects. And yeah, I mean that's right there.
That's something.
Number 3, people don't try to play with her.
Oh, come on. Olimar was really good in Smash 4.
When you learned how to use him,
Good
it was
in Ultimate
excellent.
too.
But people weren't willing to give him that shot, just like they weren't willing to give Jess that shot. Specifically, what?
Fact check. Pikmin are plants, not insects.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna edit this out of the YouTube video.
Sounds good. But yeah, people hate Olimar without even trying to learn how to play him. People were hating on Jess without even trying. I know Kenzie tried, but it was a little bit later.
I was going to say someone who had a notable sister.
Someone who had a notable sister? Lucas. Lucas had a notable sister.
I didn't play Mother like that. Oh, that would have been good. Maria's Nesca's mother.
Yeah, but then what else are you doing?
Well, I haven't put as much thought into this exercise.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's the biggest one. People don't try to play with her. Kind of write her off right away. And it sucks because, like you said, Olimar is really good. There is a lot of potential there that just wasn't realized, unfortunately.
I don't know how much potential was there.
Okay. Now we're getting into big one. We're getting into the star of the season thus far, the star of the episode. We got 2 left. We got Banu.
Banu. Banu. Sora, he won 1,000,000 hearts. Banu is Kirby. What's the Kirby comp? What are you guys saying? Mr. Game & Watch? I like the vibe of Mr. Game & Watch a lot.
He's older.
He needs a miracle. Cheers. Alright, Zach, what's Banu?
Banu is... ice climbers,
Nana.
specifically not.
Yeah, who's the pink one who doesn't you don't play as really?
Okay, so a lot of reasons for this one. This one again came very
Mhm.
naturally. Uh, Number one, he needs somebody to lead him in the game.
Yes.
We've seen this time and again. He was asking people to help him practice.
Wait,
He
wait.
was.
Someone predicted this. Banu, the spare ice climber, he can't do anything by himself. Sometimes he throws himself off stage, and you have to run to get him. Zach,
Mm,
did he
parallel
clock?
thinking. Someone got. Yeah, someone got it.
That's
Congrats.
Jose, I think. No, Jose pinned it. Okay, I see. H2O got it.
Oh, hi Jose. I didn't know you were here. Uh, okay. So yeah, you've got someone has to kind of lead him along, doesn't fully know how to play for himself, but wants to learn and is still in the game regardless.
Hmm.
Number two, he gets an extra life. One of the fun things about ice climbers is when one of them dies, you still have another chance.
Well,
Banu,
only if Nana dies.
only if Nana, or in some costumes it's Popo. Uh, and for Banu, it's only if Randon dies that Banu gets another chance. But luckily in this game, he did. That being said, once you use that extra life, you're a lot weaker. And unfortunately, Banu wasn't able
Yes.
to make it much further.
No, he didn't. And honestly, I think Banu, and I think Banu, the Banu's bad casting is some of the worst discourse I've ever seen of all time. But I
Oh
do
yeah,
think there's an
it's ridiculous.
argument for worst player of all time, barring like ejections and stuff like that.
It's an
I think it's
interesting
great.
question. I mean, I think that Banu's one of those people who could never be on a losing tribe because this was always going to happen. There are
Yeah,
plenty of seasons where Banu makes it really deep. And all he needed was a tribe that doesn't lose. I mean, we've seen those people make it very far. And if he had more opportunity, right, I do feel like he was very much boxed out of the game at a certain point, especially once he lost his vote. Those last two episodes, there was like nothing for him to do.
I do wonder if there's
Um,
like if you simulate Survivor a billion times with every Survivor of all time, does Banu win the
mhm.
list? Probably not, but I think
Banu
he's
probably doesn't
up
win
there.
very often. Probably doesn't win very often, but I mean, can he win? Yes, there's a world where Banu can win. But I do see what you're saying. The game we saw of Banu was not strong, unfortunately to him.
No.
Maybe he could have used a little bit of wobbling.
Yes, I was gonna think of something
And
fun.
then the final one. Can you get the final one for why Banu is Ice Climbers?
Why is Banu Ice Climbers? Um, is was eliminated but came back.
No, we just did that with two.
Well, they're just coming back.
No, he cries.
Do the Ice Climbers cry like that? I guess they do.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Climbers is the only Smash Bros. Character I can think of who cries.
Bowser
And we've
Jr.
obviously seen this. Bowser Jr. doesn't cry when he loses.
Interesting.
Okay, that's the last one. We now have one character left.
Jelinski.
One final character. Who is Jelinski?
Trying to think of notable things.
I'm very proud of this one.
Quits. Lost his vote. Through the hourglass. Um, I see a lot of Ganondorfs. Hero, I think is an interesting one.
Okay.
Uh, I'm not sure. Nothing jumps out
All
to me.
right. Well, what's the one word that comes to mind when you think of Jelinski?
Oh, is this Link? Because he's Zelda legend.
Jelinski is Zelda because Jelinski is a legend.
This is true. This is a good point.
Yeah. I mean, who else has legend in their title like Zelda? That is what
I
she's known for.
Zach, I have a hot
And
take.
even though she's not in the game most of the time, her legend lives on.
Can I give you a hot take? I don't know if it's a hot take.
Have you? Oh, by the way, have y'all met Jelinski? Yes, we have met Jelinski.
I
Have you met
haven't yet.
Jelinski? You did? Yeah.
I did
Yes.
not.
Love Jellinsky. Oh, you didn't? Oh, I've met him.
Um,
Great guy.
my take on Jelinski, he is the fourth best player on his tribe.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
An interesting question. I think that there's an argument that if you want to do your 1,000 times played simulation, Jelinski wins the fourth most.
I'd give him the fourth best on his tribe, pushing third, depending on Q.
Oh, that's bold. I mean, we've
Q
only
Q
seen
keeps
one
trying
episode
to
of we've
fucking
obviously seen
quit.
only one episode of Mewtwo.
Like, I think Q is not a good player at all. I have no faith in Q. I have faith in Tiffany and Kenzie. I think. And look, Jelinski. Here's the problem with my argument. Jelinski doesn't give me much. You know.
Yeah, I love the idea of Q coming for you after this.
I am a bit of a Q hater, but I just I don't know.
I like him
I
on the
think
show. I mean,
I like
he's
Q
giving me
with
entertainment.
Banu. I think Q with Banu is pretty funny. But whenever Q's talking
Yeah,
to Tiffany, I'm like, damn, this is so hard for Tiffany to deal with.
interesting. All right.
Like Q seems like a
Uh,
nightmare ally.
yeah, he does seem a little bit like my way or the highway. We've seen, although Tiffany did get her way with voting out Banu and yeah, well Banu.
Yanni wouldn't have
Okay,
lost the
that's
second
number one.
challenge. That's right.
Jelinski is a legend. The Legend of Zelda. Bread and
Oh,
butter.
is there going to be Ocarina of Time Hourglass? I don't know.
Number two, they both use projectiles.
Yeah,
I think
good one.
Jelinski's one of the few characters that we've seen actually throw
I guess
something.
Charlie too, right?
Uh, well, not like in a challenge. I'm saying
I
like
see.
throw just in regular gameplay. Uh, Also, we saw him throw the journey.
That's true.
Both have brown hair. Both are hot, as I think Jelinski said.
Hmm.
Uh, and then number three, they're both the master of time.
Ah,
Jelinski is someone who basically defines, what time is, how time should be counted. And Zelda is
saying
quite literally the
several
master.
is 7 is not a time comparison.
It was. He was saying that we were supposed to have several hours. Several means 7.
Hmm.
He was specifically dictating how much time. So yes,
Interesting.
Jelinski is Zelda. She's the
I think
sage
I
of
see it.
time, exactly. Sage of time. Sorry, not master of time. He's like to be a ticky tack.
Interesting.
Yeah. Is Jelinski a ginger? No, he's not. He's brown hair.
Question about gingers. Do gingers need to have freckles?
I think that all redheads are ginger. No, all gingers are redheads, but not all redheads are gingers. Or I would say like I am a redhead. I would say that like Kenzie's a redhead, but we're both not gingers.
They don't need to have freckles. So it's just about having red hair?
When I think of ginger, I think of like the South Park, like
No, you think of Diddy Kong.
he has red hair. You get what I'm saying. I'm using the word ginger interchangeably, but like now that you're actually asking me that, like redhead is you have red hair. Ginger means the whole. Like you Google ginger, you see like the pale skin, the red hair.
Mm-hmm. I did think a good one for Liz would also be Mario, by the way.
Why Mario?
So many
Just
different
from
jobs.
the same like successful, does everything.
So many different jobs, yeah.
Okay,
There's Dr.
yeah.
Mario, there's Builder Mario, there's Mayor Mario.
And then I could have done the Mariah thing as Baby Mario.
I think Tiffany could have been Steve or Snake.
Okay, well let's now that we're wrapping all this up. Well, before we do that, we got to say what game do you think the Yano tribe is? I feel like it's pretty obvious.
64.
No, no, come on,
Broken.
that's a good one. The Yano tribe is melee. It's not for casuals. Half of the roster isn't really viable,
That's a good one.
and it's less successful, but the most talked about.
On what metric is it less successful?
Sales.
GameCube sales were huge. It's the biggest GameCube game.
I mean, yeah, the biggest GameCube game.
Oh, I mean, I guess. Sure.
compared to, compared to the Wii and
As gaming has grown, sure.
right, it sold much less than the others, but is far far more talked about. Yeah, someone said Melee is the lowest selling Smash game. That can't be right. Maybe if you count the Wii U and 3DS together, then I guess it could be right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming
I
this is
think
just a
64.
reflection on the GameCube more than anything else.
Yeah,
The GameCube
no,
was
of
not
course
a
it is. It
successful,
is.
even though it's probably my favorite console of all time. But
The
anyways,
Wii U sold more copies than Melee.
Smash Four.
You sure that's not both of them combined?
I mean,
Oh, you can
it's
count
such a
them
bigger
together.
market.
But the Wii U is
Anyways,
tiny. But yeah. All right. So just to wrap it up, I have all three of the tribes, just so we can kind of look at it one final time, see if there's anyone that we
what do I
really
think the
objected
highlights
to.
are? My favorite one of these
Let me see
tribes,
if
I
I.
think, has to be. I like Ben and I like Gem. I think those are both pretty good.
Thank you. Yeah. I think, I'm proud of all of these six. I think they all pretty much personify the characters, not just in like looks, not just in
Okay, when you say not
gameplay.
just, it implies that like they are like not in looks at all, really.
Yeah, no, they actually are very much in looks. Mo and Little Mac are both short. Gem and Villager both smile. Rosalina and
Are
Maria are
both
both mothers.
taller women.
They're actually, I don't think Maria's taller.
No, okay.
I think Maria is like pretty short. Ben and Banjo have the same necklace.
Yeah, Ben and Banjo both look like Banjo.
They actually do. He does kind of look like him in my mind. Uh, and then
Charlie looks like a me. We
Charlie,
talked about this.
Charlie looks like a me, and Tim.
Green
Does
and
Tim
mustache.
green and mustache? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Got the Nami tribe. What'd you think of these?
Yeah, I think this is my favorite tribe. I think
I
the
think so too.
Venus is very creative. The one, uh, you know, issue I have is um, Tevin is Falco.
I can't believe that you look at like these two right next to each other and say I don't see it.
The arms crossed is helping you a lot.
Yeah. But even like they both love makeup. Tevin's
Mm,
always got makeup in his Instagram. Falco's got like sharp eyeliner.
yeah.
I don't know. They just it speaks to me. But yeah, I feel like this tribe is very cohesive. Also, I think it's fitting, right, that these are five melee characters, and then the one not melee character um,
It's Venus.
is the one that's on the outs.
Yeah.
And because she reminds them of a melee character.
Their eyebrows even match.
Falco or
Falco and Tevin, they're saying.
yeah. And then last but not least, we have the Yanu tribe.
Which you really gotta like, kind of squint.
Yanu tribe was definitely the toughest. They don't look similar, obviously.
No, yeah,
But
but I mean,
I also think it makes sense when you look at this roster compared to the other two, why this is the tribe that failed.
I think Kenzie as Diddy Kong is great.
Mm-hmm.
I think Q is a very obvious one. I guess Tiffany, so that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I will say, Zach. How the fuck did this tribe lose so many challenges? It seems like a pretty strong tribe.
They're not closers.
But like Q is probably it's Q or Hunter is the strongest guy. Banu is one of the stronger guys too. Jelinski is not like a liability. He's a of terms of weak guys, he's a pretty strong one. Tiffany's pretty good.
Only
Kenzie's
there for
pretty good.
one. Zelensky was only there for one immunity, though.
Yeah, but you don't think Jelinski would be bad at challenges?
Yeah, if they kept Jelinski, I think that they probably do win that second one.
They put him
I
on the
think
beach
that
with no food. Interesting.
they were on the beach with the least food. Yeah, I think that it's that. I honestly believe that momentum is a very big thing in life and Survivor,
But it's not
and I think
momentum. It's like the mechanism of new
no, I
streaming,
do
right?
think it's momentum. I do think that that's a big part of why we see this consistently happening. Um, I think that when you lose and you go into something with the expectation of we're gonna lose again, um, especially when you're against two tribes that have only felt winning, that only know it's like to win,
Yeah.
um, especially because I don't think either of these other two tribes are unathletic. There's no like loser tribe out of these two, nor
Mhm.
with this one, just off of looks. I think that momentum has really, really killed them.
You don't think it's more so just like the mechanism of New Age Survivor, where like when you lose, you get disadvantages, so you lose again, and then the
I don't
disadvantage
think that
compounds.
I don't think that the fire is to blame for this. People talk about how they like don't have their flint. I don't think that flint has, you know, I don't think that flint really matters all that much to like why they're losing so often. I also think that there's like a bit of a dislike on this tribe between obviously the Q, Kenzie, and Tiff, and then Jess and Banu and Jelinski. Not as much Jelinski because again he wasn't there long enough to make this like really obvious, and he was kind of like blindsided. But with Jess and Banu, I just feel like there was a lack of chemistry with those two and the other three in the tribe. And when you don't have that chemistry and you're trying to do something together, it makes it really difficult. I mean, it's why they were yelling at Jess because they didn't, have a connection to her.
You're doing a lot of explaining. It's very simple. Q doesn't have the clutch gene.
Not like Charlie.
Not like Charlie. I saw someone so
Not like
mean on
you.
Twitter.
You are famously clutch in those challenges.
I was clutch. If I got into a situation where it was like I had to be clutch, I clutched it. I just didn't get in that
That
situation
is
very often.
that is so not true.
I'm just bad. I'm still clutch.
You were clutch a single time.
When was I not clutch?
Uh, Final eight.
That's not a clutch thing. I got beat athletically.
You could have guessed a better number.
That's not clutch. That's random. When it comes down to actual like clutch, that's like okay, it's I gotta outperform someone in this tight moment, which I did in Soulmates, and then all the other quizzes. There's only one other comp I wasn't clutching, which is Humiligram, and even that's like it's a quiz.
I cannot believe you're arguing that you were clutch in Big Brother challenges.
I think I
If
was
you want
at.
to say in real, if you want to say in real life, sure, but like, I don't even consider clutch as like the individual, like, oh, in this challenge you blank, in this challenge you blank. I'm doing more of like, it'd be
Like
like,
here's what I'm
oh
saying.
man, Corey really needs to win this challenge, and then we turn the feeds on, and it was like, Jag
No,
wins
that's
again.
that's
Jag is
not what
clutch.
that's not what
Jag is
clutch
clutch.
means. It's Jag versus Cameron. Jag is a better competitor. Cameron's more clutch. Cameron wins these like kind of competitions where it just comes down to like staying cool and winning when it's important. Jag just is more athletic than all of us. Hey, chat, I want you to stop hating me and just think with your own brain for a second at what I'm saying.
I
Cool
mean,
under pressure is a great way of saying it.
no, but I
Jag
see
didn't
clutch
clutch
as
anything out. He's just better at
I
comps.
see clutch is when you need to turn it on and when you need to win, you turn it on and you win.
But like you could have like
And you did that one time.
Tiger Woods is extremely clutch, but if you put him at quarterback, he can't just be clutch. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not
Okay.
his
So can we maybe agree on this? How about this? Within the specific challenges themselves, you are not oh, LeBron definitely cheats, not even a question.
You're so annoyed with that. Oh my god.
Within the challenges themselves, you were clutch. Within the game of Big Brother, as it was like coming on and off, you were not clutch.
I wasn't listening.
Okay.
I was spaced out. Someone in the chat was hating.
Anyways, that's what I've got. PowerPoint has ended.
Everyone, claps.
I appreciate everybody for sticking around. Hour 40 minutes, pretty good. But I thought it was fun. I thought that we really, got
Zach,
into
let me
this.
go onto my stream. I'm gonna play a song celebrating you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone in the chat. I appreciate it. I did put, I put in some decent effort on this. So I'm glad people liked it.
You listen, Zach?
No.
Get on my stream.
Oh, I'm not. My thing is muted. Didn't you already play this song for me?
Zach?
Yeah, you played this for me.
On my screen.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
now I
not.
hear a double. This is not working.
Yeah, it's Dolly. He says Dolly.
Dale.
Dolly.
That was crazy effort. And the great thing is, Zach's coming back every week with a new version of it. And the best part,
No,
it's
no.
always going to be Smash Bros.
Yeah, well, let's before I leave, let's quickly talk and see if the chat has any suggestions. What are some other things that we could do?
I think
Like
Disney
something like this, do
characters.
it in like 3 or 4 weeks.
I think Disney characters is good. I think Big Brother House Guest would be very accessible for everyone else.
Big Brother would be good. Hmm. Um, what about like pop stars?
BB25 as South Park.
We want BB25 as something. Is it a group consensus? Is that like something that like the chat has been demanding from you?
BB25 as South Park?
Yeah,
No, this is a one-time thing. It's the first time I've heard it.
you should do that.
Well, okay, again, we're doing Survivor.
You know who you are, Corey?
What's that?
You're PC principal.
Okay. BB25 as anything, but Zach's our Survivor correspondent.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could do BB25 stuff whenever. Although, like, you know, you know, it's a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't sit here and do like a Survivor 42, Survivor 42 cast as you know,
Survivor
and
as
periodic elements.
BB25. The problem with Survivor as BB25 is there's not enough BB25. So
Yeah,
like
you kind of.
you'd have a couple good ones and then it would get very nebulous.
Uh,
It would be
yeah.
funny.
I think
Survivor 46 contestants as Survivor 45 contestants.
it would be pretty easy.
Mm,
You
just
kind of figure out
archetypes.
who's who. Um, but yeah, any final questions for me before I head out? Chat. This was a great time.
All right. One final question, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for something from the chat to pop up. What time is it there?
8:45.
There you go, and there you have it. So
My
again,
powerful woman. Yeah.
thank you so much, Zachary Wurtenberger.
All right. Corey, what are you doing now? Are you leaving or are you doing something else?
I was probably gonna stream for a bit. Is the plan? Should I call you after?
Uh, sure you can. Okay. You're right.
But yeah, that's all, Zach. Thank you. I think you did a spectacular job.
Thank you so much. Love you all. In a non-parasocial way, and stay cracking.
And you know they will. I have bad news for you guys. Like, tragic bad news. And I regret to inform all of you of this. But we're playing eviction notice. Damn it. Ah. No. You guys prefer Kid Nation, honestly? We do one episode of Kid Nation alternatively. Mike wants eviction notice. I'm like looking at the chat and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of people who want eviction notice. It's just Mike 10 times. We'll do eviction notice. No, I'm kidding. We'll do Kid Nation. I think it's a better idea because it's shorter. Eviction notice could go on for 3 hours. Who's excited? Who's excited? We're so back. You met Jag on Saturday? How's that? Recap last episode. I assume they'll do a recap, right? But, you know, in episode 1, we had 40 kids, and they were settling a new colony, or a new settlement. There's 4 team captains. Our 4 team captains are Anjay, who is kind of had no role. What's the glasses boy? Michael, maybe? No, Michael was the cool kid. There was another guy with glasses who was pretty funny, who was getting bullied a little bit. He's 11. This is children. Reminder. There's everyone's favorite, who's the young girl. I think that was a good recap.
Previously on Kid Nation.
I think I'm gonna die out here because there's nothing.
40.
And he did die. He did die.
Gutsy.
Or quit. I understand Emily's emotions. She's 9. She better be a vegetarian, is all I'll say. Because if she's not a vegetarian, there's only one possible explanation, and that's that she lives on Hypocrisy Hill, as Suri would say. Is that just the water they just poured in? Are they just... Is that what happened? Or did this actually melt the ice? Yell. Technically every comp he won, someone else threw. Alright, people discrediting Jared's win for that are so fucking stupid. Like, that's every comp in Big Brother. Like, what are we talking about? You guys know I'll criticize Jared very openly, but like... The quiz comps, when the other person gets it wrong, that's not your fault. At all. Like, I won Soulmates because Suri fucked up, you know? Like, the veto, of course, but I don't think people give him, like, reasonable people are not giving him any credit for that. That's a whole different thing. The veto, of course. That's not negotiable. Bowie through the wall? Yeah, but think about every comp. Like, so we're discrediting all of Heisem's wins, because someone threw every one of those comps. We're discrediting my HOH, because Bowie threw that comp, you know? Like, people throwing comps not invalidate the win. You could look at it in a different context, but like Jared's wins, outside of the one where obviously he didn't even win the competition, they were legit. He was in the best position on the wall, for sure. Izzy was wrong in Odd Couples, but like, shit, it's a quiz comp. It's a matchup comp. That's how it goes. But it isn't clutch. The wall was clutch. I think so, because it was like determination as much. I love a politician who says it like it is, not censoring herself. Let them starve. That's what I'm saying. You're only paying me 25 cents? I don't owe you shit. Piss in the well. Oh boy. I'm nervous about this. Here, alright, here's who's on my shit list so far. Laurel's on my shit list. Mike's kind of on my shit list, but Greg was being a dick to Mike, so he's just being bitter, so I'm kind of with that. Laurel's on my shit list. Michael's on my shit list. The guy who said he wants to hang Emily from the ceiling is on my shit list. Trying to think if there's anyone else. I think that's my list right now. Mostly for Laurel. I don't understand how Laurel keeps losing. She has a pretty strong team. Colton? Yeah. Colton? Okay. Ethiopia guy? That's Michael. I don't know if I said this earlier, but www.star. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Well, that's another stream. I hope you've enjoyed them. The past 2 streams have been slightly more creative. I haven't been doing too much, but I've been, here, providing it to you guys. So, Pretty good, right? Tomorrow we might stream, potentially. I don't know. Might do a Survivor watch party with America. Might not. So just stay on my Twitter. That's where I'll announce it. If it's just a watch party, I'm not going to post it on Instagram or something. If I've got an actual concept, I'll post it up there. But again, thank you all so much. You'll be sat for the Bowie Jane podcast.